One of the key proposals of Labour's economic plan is to increase investment spending by £55 billion a year. This would pay for upgrades to schools, hospitals, social care facilities and council homes. But what does this mean for the NHS and its funding? The NHS is facing a funding crisis. It needs more money to cope with the rising demand for health services, the aging population and the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The current Conservative government has imposed a funding freeze on the NHS since 2010, which means that its budget has not kept up with inflation or population growth. This has led to staff shortages, long waiting times, cancelled operations and deteriorating quality of care. Labour's plan would break this funding freeze and provide the NHS with the resources it needs to deliver high-quality health care for everyone. By increasing investment spending by £55 billion a year, Labour would create hundreds of thousands of jobs in the public sector, including nurses, doctors, teachers and social workers. These jobs would boost the economy and generate more tax revenue for the government. Labour would also use the investment spending to upgrade the infrastructure and equipment of the NHS. This would improve the efficiency and safety of health services, reduce waste and save money in the long run. For example, Labour would invest in modernizing hospitals, building new ones where needed, expanding primary care and mental health services, upgrading IT systems and digitalizing patient records. Labour's plan would also benefit other public services that are essential for the health and well-being of the population. For example, Labour would invest in improving education, which would increase the skills and opportunities of young people. Labour would also invest in improving social care, which would support older people and people with disabilities to live independently and with dignity. Labour would also invest in improving council homes, which would provide affordable and decent housing for millions of people. Labour's plan is a bold and ambitious vision for a fairer and more prosperous society. It would break the NHS funding freeze and provide the health service with the resources it needs to serve the people. It would also create jobs, boost the economy and improve the quality of life for everyone.